Dhammapad, verse 4. He bet me, he robbed me, he abused me, he did my bad. Those who do not remember these things, hatred ends from their life. While residing at the Jetavana monastery in Savatthi, the Buddha uttered this verse with reference to monk Tissa. Tissa, son of Buddha's maternal aunt, would never forget his relationship with Buddha in spite of being a monk. He was gross-bodied and did not perform the duties of a monk. Young monks coming from outside used to take care of him owing to his old age, but soon they realized that the knowledge of Tissa is incomplete and that he is not devoted to his duties and responsibilities as a monk. Tissa often used to fight with the young monks. If someone scolded him for his behavior, he would cry and reach out to Buddha with a complaint of that person. Buddha tried to convince Tissa after listening to all the things that it was only his fault, but he did not agree to understand this. Besides, he used to hold grudge in his heart for others. On this, the Buddha replied, "Monks, this is not for the first time he has proved obstinate." When asked about his previous state of existence, Buddha started telling the following story. Once upon a time, there was a certain king who reigned Benares. The ascetic named Devala desired to reside near the city in the 4 months of the rain. He inquired about the staying facility in the city, wherein he got to know about the potter's hall. No sooner had Devala entered the hall and sat down, the another ascetic named Narada asked the potter for a night's lodging. Both of them agreed to stay together. When it was bedtime, Narada noted carefully the place where Devala lay and the position of the door. But Devala during sleeping time changed his position. Unaware of this, Narada trod on Devala's matted locks. Devala became angry and set an intention of not allowing Narada to tread on him again. So he turned around and lay down, placing his head where his feet had been before. Narada came in again with the pure intention of not injuring his teacher again. Because the Devala changed his position, the result was that Narada trod on Devala's neck this time. Thereupon, Devala became more angry upon Narada and cursed him, saying, "May your head split into 7 pieces at sunrise." Now, Narada, perceiving that the curse would fall back on his brother ascetic Devala, he felt compassion for him. Thus, he put forth the power of his meditation and prevented the sunrise. When the sun didn't rise, the king had to intervene and ask Devala to apologize. Devala refused. Then Narada, out of compassion, said to Devala, "Teacher, I will put forth my power of meditation and make the sun to rise. At that moment of sunrise, please keep the lump of clay on your head and submerge in the water." As soon as the sun's rays touched the clump of clay on his head, it would be divided into 7 pieces. In this way, Narada prevented the curse to fall back on Devala. When Buddha completed telling the story, he said, "Monks, at that time the king was Ananda, Devala was Tissa, and Narada was myself." At the last, Buddha advised the monks not to keep thoughts of enmity and that this could only be appeased by thoughts of friendliness. Although a sense of respect for one's enemies cannot be immediately generated, the aggression inflicted by enemies should not be held firmly in the heart like a carved letter on the stone. One should try that, like writing something on clay and sand, anger etc. may remain for some time, but after a moment, like the letters written on the soil disappear, in the same way, the discrimination against the enemy should be forgotten. And there a time comes when anger, like a ripple in the sea or a line drawn above the water, will be finished in a moment. This is a sign of state of absolute peace. While living in the world, it is never possible that we will not be able to encounter any problems in the world or avoid condemnation completely. Therefore, the effort should be to minimize every time the feeling of vengeance, of condemnation given by someone. Buddha's constant advice to his followers was not to retaliate but to practice patience all the times, even under provocation. Patience is not the sign of weakness or defeatism, but the unfailing strength of great men and women. The secret of patience is how you interpret a situation. Only this is the way of living a happy and peaceful life. Thank you for watching. Kindly like, share and subscribe to our channel for interesting upcoming videos on Buddha teachings. May all beings be well and happy.